And welcome back to Inside the Cellar Studio. I am John.
And I'm Rebecca.
This is Rebecca. We are giving you our end of the month review for the month of May. I had to think.
Since it's officially the first weekend in June, we can close out the books on May and give you guys all of the stats for May. For us, do keep in mind, if you are new to this or you just haven't watched some of the earlier videos, as our name suggests, we do this part-time.
Part-time.
Not our full-time job. We each have full-time jobs. We do this in our spare time for fun. I would say on average, between both of us, we spend maybe 10 hours a week on this. Some weeks it's a little more, some weeks it's a little less.
On eBay.
I
edit video really slow.
Oh, yeah, so I guess
I may spend an additional 10 on 2 videos. So 5 hours per video, which, I don't know. I've been doing it less than a year, so, it's probably why it's not as fancy as other people.
But I also don't count garage sales in that time because we would be going to garage sales anyways because we really enjoy it and that's fun, and I don't count that as... I know it's working and we say that we're working, but it doesn't feel like we're working.
Because we would go if we didn't have eBay or reselling, so we're just going to go anyways.
So now we're getting paid to do it.
Yes. And we end up buying a lot of stuff for ourselves, not just stuff that we collect, but also stuff that we can use. A recent garage sale, we ended up buying school supplies, and we saved, $20, $25 on this one item alone, which was pretty fantastic because that's $25 we actually made, if you look at it that way, as opposed to just spending it out of our regular paychecks. So we're going to compare it to April and May because those are the previous 2 months. April, we felt like was a really good month. We sold a ton of items. We probably sold, I think, the most items we've ever sold in 1 month alone. And that was because of the large Nintendo collection I had purchased from a guy I know. And with large quantity of stuff, really dropped the ASP. Our ASP, we just really liked that $35 per item. And, if we sell 3 items a day, that gives us our goal, our old goal, a typical goal of $100 a day. Because if we thought it's 30 days in a month, yes, there's some more, there's some are less. But for the most part, it's 30 days, it's $100, $3,000. That's a good side hustle. And if we split it between the two of us, it's a good part-time job. It's $1,500 each. And we can do it from most of the time from home. So in April, we're going to go over it real quick. We did almost $3,700. It was $3,691. Yes, this is what, net? This is before all fees?
So gross.
Gross. This is before all fees, all shipping, all that. This is just purely sales. We did $3,691. We sold a total of 179 items, which I think our most highest before that was like 145. So that was probably another big video game collection, to be honest. I like to pay attention to the items that we sell for more than $100 because 1, that takes care of a day. And 2, it really helps the ASP. If you hear a noise and you see her getting distracted because she can't help herself, our dog is wandering around. So you may hear grunting, sniffing, and exploration because he doesn't get to come out here very often. But we had 3 items sell over $100 in the month of April. So that took our total ASP to $20.74, which is good, but it's less than our goal. For the month of May, we sold 113 items.
That was me.
We sold 113 items for a total of $3,902. So our goal is we're trying to improve upon, we really wanted to get to that $4,000 a month. And then, when we start hitting that consistently, let's hit 5. And then, and so on. It's really easy during springtime because we have all the garage sales. We're coming out of winter. We got a lot of fresh new inventory. We hit garage sales yesterday. We did really well. You'll see that in a different video. But we've sold a handful of things. I didn't even count that local Facebook stuff. We sold actually in the past couple of weeks. We've sold a couple really nice items, some patio furniture, some jelly loungers.
Which we actually picked up more yesterday. We didn't say that in the video. We didn't show it in the video.
Yep, but we did. So, we've actually
easy.
sold other things. So that actually would be a little bit different. That's probably another $100 to $200.
We don't count that on our eBay spreadsheet.
But we don't count that.
This is just for eBay sales.
Correct. But it was $3,902, 113 items. We sold 8 items over $100, which includes a lot of the digital cameras that we had gathered up around the house that we've talked about in previous ones. We sold, I had an old comic statue from a long time ago. That sold for like $240. I'm trying to think of all the big ones. I don't think we had any big video games sell. But yeah, we sold 8 items. I think most of it was crayons. We don't sell
crayons.
We don't sell $100 crayons. That would be awesome.
John's gonna be coloring later today. He's just so excited he can't wait.
I can't help myself. We sold that chalk line Houston Oilers jacket that we showed or we talked about. That was 120, I think, something like that.
And we always do talk about the highlights and the lowlights. I know we talked about April lowlights at the beginning of May, so we'll go over some lowlights for May. They were actually really easy. When we clearanced out the $5 t-shirts, we just did half off, and we sold only 3.
3. Which is...
But that's okay. We sold 3. We got rid of 3, but they sold for $2.50, roughly. 54 cents, I think. So those would be the lowlights of the month. It's not all $100 items. It's not all even $35 items. Mm-hmm. Sometimes we do sell cheaper items.
The rest of them are gone.
Mm-hmm.
We
cleaned them out with
clothing. We have
clothing.
mentioned that we're going to start doing inventory. Our store is going to go on inventory time away, I guess you could call it. And we go through everything. We do this usually once a year. I'm sure every reseller has always found that one item that's not currently listed. It just disappears off eBay.
Multiple.
So far, we haven't even really dug in. We found a handful of stuff. But we got rid of all the $5 t-shirts. That was a fun video. We sold, I don't remember how many we said, 60 or so. But yeah, that's kind of the month in review.
Mm-hmm. It is kind of challenging because we are raising our goal, which we haven't raised our goal in a while, which is why we felt it was time to actually build more. We've just been content with what we're doing, but we actually do want to do more on eBay without putting too much more effort into it. So with that in mind, while we are still trying to hit that $35 average sale price, we are willing to pick up more cheaper items just to boost our sales. We've picked up a lot more movies that are, selling for $10. A lot more in that $15 to $20 range.
Easy to ship, quick, doesn't take a lot to think about. We're not, picking up hurricane lamps and trying to figure out how to sell them. It's just quick and easy stuff. That's what we'll accept at that $15 or less, is just quick and easy. Nothing complicated, nothing breakable, because it's just not worth it.
And we got a lot of the clothing that we've picked up the past couple weeks listed. We almost got all of it. We're 4 items short, but I'm actually okay with that because I wanted to get them cleaned up and ready to go. And I know that some of them are really expensive. We have a North Face Gore-Tex rain jacket. It's black. It's men's extra large. It's going to be a really nice addition. One of my challenges for the clothing that I've challenged myself, and I think that every reseller struggles with this, is getting the accurate color of specific items. You can't use the same background for everything, even though that's what I want to do. I want to just be lazy and just only use this tablecloth. This table. I really like the butcher block. We have white poster board, we have black poster board, and sometimes things just don't show up accurately, even no matter what you do. So that's definitely been my goal and my challenge as I've listed these items, to try to get the accurate color, or at least mention it in the listing that this is not accurate, it's not portraying correctly. We do have changing lights where we can do more daylight, or we can do like a softer, warmer colored lights. Our actual garage lights are super bright LED daylight, but sometimes that's just not the best. Mm-mm. If you have tips or tricks, definitely comment below, because I would love to learn more about getting like accurate clothing colors. That's something that I struggle with.
And it's going to be hard for us to hit our goal in June. We'll probably shoot for that 3,000 instead of the 4,000, because we are taking the week off for inventory cleanup and stuff like that.
And just to rest.
But in July, we're going to really hit it hard and really get after it, which is really complicated because it's the summer months are slower.
We won't be going to as many garage sales, even as June starts to pick up. Like, we won't be going to very many garage sales. Definitely no more neighborhoods. I can't think of any neighborhoods that have not had their sale yet at this time. So it will just be like individuals.
And we have plenty to list. Yeah. And really good stuff. So we'll work on that while it's, 100, 110 degrees outside. We'll just plug away and list all of our stuff that we've already got on hand.
And if we magically get through everything on the shelves, we still have the Lego collection we picked up of the 90s and early 2000s that we're still waiting on, to find the motivation to list.
It's right here.
We have the manuals in order that we're going to be building them and selling them. It's a castle set next, which will be really fun once we build it, or just have no motivation to do it. And that's a really good sale that will help us. Maybe we should do that in June. That will help us boost. I don't know, though. But if we run out of other stuff, we always have Lego.
Like, we really enjoy building Lego. It's just, man, when they're all mixed together and they're 30-year-old sets, so that one gray square is missing, it's super frustrating.
Or you have like the old gray versus the new gray, and
some of this is just right over. Yeah, unless you do Lego, you're like, huh?
I don't know what you're talking about. But also, these sets are, $75 to $200, so we have to do it right. We have to take our time because we're doing this for money, so we're going to make the most of it.
And we've already made a ton off this purchase, but we do keep track of, I think this is our only, that and then Nintendo games are the only separate spreadsheets we're keeping track of.
We haven't bought any large quantities of anything, so... Maybe we will this summer. I sure hope so. The past couple summers we have.
Yeah, we really hit Facebook Marketplace really hard. It's very competitive. But yeah, that's kind of it for the end of month May comparison to April. Pretty happy with the results. Did we talk about the books? The collection of books.
Oh, yeah, we did mention that we sold it to a private buyer. We haven't gotten paid for it yet, though, because we're still holding it until they come through town.
Yeah.
To pick them up, because we are not going to have to ship them, which we're so excited. We did get the boxes finally delivered from Amazon, and we've actually used the box. We've actually used that size for something else, and we already have an item listed that we're going to be using that box size for as well, like 24 by 12 by 8.
It's a big box.
It's not like we're going to continue buying that size, but it's actually exciting that we bought 25 of them, because that's how you get the best deal, and we only needed 6 of them for the books. So I'm actually really excited that we're using those boxes.
Yeah, so those books will go on July sell log, I guess. But yeah, so that's all we've got today.
Yeah.
So thank you for tuning in to this episode of Inside the Cellar Studio. If you enjoyed it, like it, subscribe.
And we'll see you guys next time.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you.